Have you ever wondered which animals might win the award for the worst parents in the animal kingdom? Well, while the natural world is filled with examples of exceptional parenting, from protective papa bears to dedicated penguin dads, not all creatures would earn a gold star for their parenting skills. In fact, some are downright neglectful, or dare we say, disastrous. When we think of parenting, we often imagine loving, nurturing figures who care for their offspring until they're ready to take on the world themselves. But in the animal kingdom, this isn't always the case. Many animals have a decidedly hands-off approach to raising their young, leaving them to fend for themselves from the moment they're born. Others, meanwhile, engage in behaviors that by human standards would be considered downright shocking. So, who are these lackluster parents of the animal kingdom? We've compiled a list of some of the most notorious, and we'll be counting down the top 5 in this captivating exploration of nature's less-than-perfect parents. From the neglectful to the downright dangerous, these creatures certainly won't be winning any Parent of the Year awards. Prepare yourself for an exploration into the wild side of animal parenting, where survival of the fittest takes on a whole new meaning. You might find some of these parenting styles downright shocking, but remember, Mother Nature has a plan, and what may seem cruel or neglectful to us is just another day in the life for these animals. From the thick forests of China to the deep blue oceans, and even in our own backyards, these creatures roam. Their unique parenting styles, as varied as the environments they inhabit, each one offers a fascinating insight into the diverse strategies employed by animals to ensure the survival of their species. Ready to dive into the wild world of disastrous animal parenting? Buckle up, it's going to be a wild ride. From pandas to cuckoos, hamsters, octopuses, and sea turtles, we're about to embark on a journey through the natural world's most shocking cases of parental negligence. Hang on tight, because this is one adventure you won't want to miss. Starting our countdown at number 5, we have the giant panda. These adorable creatures, known for their distinct black and white coat, are a symbol of peace, yet their parenting style is anything but harmonious. First, let's talk about how pandas reproduce. Female pandas give birth to 1 or 2 cubs every 2 years. But here's the shocking part. If twins are born, the mother panda will usually abandon one of them. Yes, you heard it right. The mother will select the stronger cub and leave the weaker one to fend for itself, often resulting in its death. This behavior is largely attributed to the fact that pandas, in their natural habitat, lack the energy to care for 2 cubs simultaneously. But it doesn't stop there. Once the chosen cub reaches the age of 6 months, the mother panda starts becoming less attentive. She begins to spend less time nurturing, and more time eating and sleeping. By the time the cub turns 2, it's completely weaned, and often left to its own devices. This neglectful parenting style has serious implications for the survival of the species. Pandas are already endangered, with fewer than 2,000 left in the wild. The abandonment of cubs further exacerbates the problem. It's a harsh reality that contradicts the adorable, cuddly image of pandas we see in popular culture. Researchers and conservationists are working tirelessly to address this issue. In panda breeding centers, staff members often step in to care for the abandoned twin, feeding and nurturing it until it's strong enough to survive on its own. It's a heartening effort, but it also underscores the stark reality of the parenting crisis in the panda population. So, while they might be cute and cuddly, pandas fall short in the parenting department. It's a fascinating, yet sobering reminder that the animal kingdom is full of surprises, not all of them pleasant. Stay tuned as we continue our countdown of the animal kingdom's worst parents. Moving on to number 4, enter the notorious cuckoo. Notorious, you ask? Yes, indeed. This seemingly innocuous bird has a rather shocking approach to parenting, or should we say avoiding parenting. That's right, the cuckoo has developed a rather cunning strategy to shirk its parental duties, choosing instead to outsource them to other unwitting birds. In the avian world, this strategy is known as brood parasitism. This is not your typical 9-to-5 outsourcing job, but rather, a rather devious way, the cuckoo ensures the survival of its offspring. The cuckoo mother, with an uncanny ability to mimic the color and pattern of her chosen host's eggs, lays her egg in the nest of another bird. She then flies off, leaving her offspring to be raised by a completely different species. Now, you might be wondering, what happens to the host bird's own eggs? Well, here's where things get a little grim. The cuckoo chick, once it hatches, instinctively pushes the other eggs or newly hatched chicks out of the nest. It's survival of the fittest, or in this case, the most cunning. The host bird, fooled by the cuckoo chick's demanding cries for food, devotes all its energy and resources to raising this imposter chick, often at the expense of its own offspring. The cuckoo chick grows rapidly, often dwarfing its adoptive parent, yet the host bird continues to feed it, oblivious to the deception. It's a harsh reality, but in the world of the cuckoo, it's just another day in the life. And so, the cuckoo, in all its infamy, takes the cake for one of the most shocking examples of bad parenting in the animal kingdom. It's the ultimate freeloader, the perfect con artist, and a master of disguise. It seems the cuckoo prefers to play an elaborate game of not it when it comes to parenting. Number 3 on our list is quite a shocker, the hamster. Yes, you heard it right, the cute, cuddly, wheel-running pet that many of us have adored since childhood. But let's pull back the curtain on these seemingly innocent furballs. In the wild and sometimes even in captivity, hamsters, particularly stressed or inexperienced mothers, are known to eat their own offspring. This shocking behavior, known as infanticide, might sound like a horror movie plot, but it's a grim reality in the world of hamsters. But why, you might ask, would a mother hamster resort to such a drastic measure? The answer lies in the harsh realities of the natural world. Hamsters are prey animals. They live in a world where danger lurks at every corner. When a mother hamster feels threatened or stressed, she might resort to eating her babies to ensure her own survival. This could be due to a lack of food, an unsafe environment, or even the mere scent of humans. A potential predator on her babies. Moreover, this behavior could also be a result of inexperience. First-time hamster moms, unsure of how to care for their young, might confuse them for food, particularly if the babies are stillborn or unhealthy. It's a grim survival tactic that underscores the brutal survival of the fittest law of the wild. However, it's crucial to remember that this is not the norm for all hamsters. Many are nurturing and careful mothers. In the right conditions, with ample food and a safe, stress-free environment, hamsters can be excellent parents, caring for their young until they're ready to venture out on their own. So while it's shocking to discover this dark side of hamster parenting, it's also a stark reminder of the harsh realities that many animals face in the wild. It's a testament to the lengths that creatures, no matter how small, will go to survive in a world that's often fraught with danger. Who knew these small creatures could have such a dark side when it comes to parenting? At number 2, we have the octopus. Now, here's a creature that takes a rather, shall we say, hands-off approach to parenting. Mother octopuses lay an astonishing number of eggs, often in the thousands, then guard them diligently until they hatch. And that's where the parenting ends. You see, after laying her eggs, the mother octopus stops eating and dedicates herself to protecting her unborn offspring. Once the little ones hatch, she dies, and the tiny octopuses are left to fend for themselves. Talk about a carefree approach to child care. But this laissez-faire style of parenting doesn't come without its drawbacks. Survival rates for these tiny octopuses are very low. Many fall prey to predators or succumb to the harsh realities of life in the deep sea before they reach maturity. So, in the grand scheme of the animal kingdom, the octopus's parenting style might be seen as a bit careless. In the octopus's world, parenting is a one-time deal. And now, the number 1 worst parent in the animal kingdom, the sea turtle. You might think of sea turtles as gentle, majestic creatures gliding through the ocean, but when it comes to parenting, they've really dropped the ball. See, sea turtles have a rather unusual approach to raising their young. Instead of caring for their offspring, they simply lay their eggs on a beach and then, without so much as a backwards glance, return to the sea. That's right, they leave their eggs completely unattended, exposed to the elements and predators alike. The hatchlings are left to fend for themselves, digging their way out of the sand and scurrying towards the sea, all while evading hungry predators. The survival rate of these tiny creatures? It's tragically low. In fact, only about 1 in 1,000 hatchlings will make it to adulthood. So there you have it. The sea turtle takes the crown for the worst parent in the animal kingdom. It's been a wild journey exploring the dark side of animal parenting. A journey that's taken us from the dense forests inhabited by pandas to the sky-high nests of cuckoos, then down into the burrows of hamsters and further still to the ocean depths where octopuses and sea turtles reside. Each of these animal species, in their unique ways, remind us that nature isn't always as nurturing as we might assume. We've seen how pandas, despite their cuddly appearance, can be surprisingly neglectful, often overwhelmed By the demanding task of rearing twins, the panda mother usually abandons one cub, focusing her resources on the other. A survival strategy perhaps, but one that leaves us with a bittersweet taste. Then there's the cuckoo, the notorious squatter of the bird world. Instead of building its own nest, the cuckoo lays its eggs in the nests of other birds, leaving the unsuspecting foster parents to raise its offspring. A deceitful strategy, but effective nonetheless. We were also introduced to the cannibalistic hamster, an unsettling example of survival instinct gone awry. In stressful conditions, these furry creatures resort to consuming their own offspring, a gruesome sight indeed. In the ocean depths, we discovered the octopus, a creature that embodies self-sacrifice. After laying her eggs, the octopus mother guards them diligently, often at the cost of her own life. A poignant example of maternal dedication, yet one that ends in tragedy. Last but not least, we encountered the sea turtle. These ancient mariners lay hundreds of eggs on sandy beaches and then leave, never to return. The hatchlings are left to brave the perilous journey to the sea alone. While the animal kingdom is full of wonder, it's clear that not all animals are cut out for the parenting life. The examples we've discussed today highlight the diversity and complexity of nature, often challenging our preconceived notions. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the fascinating world around us.